I know. I'm just kidding, yeah. Yeah.
Over all the earth you reign on. I picked it up.
Come on off.
Oh, I picked up the pencil. I didn't see that one. Oh, la 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 la. La 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 la
We would like to start in about 2, 3 minutes, okay? Oh, sorry. We are starting in 2 to 3 minutes.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I hate when I do that.
Evening, everyone. I'd like to begin, if that's okay with you guys. My name is Christy Sheehy. I'm the new president of the church, and I was a co-chair of the RIC committee with Donna. And I would like us to call this meeting to order. And we're going to start with making sure that we have a quorum. And as we look around, we know we have a quorum. I think all we needed was 23 or 24 people. So I think we're doing great here. This is a very exciting day for us. I think it just is a way to open our hearts to our community and to all the people in our families. And I so appreciate that everyone is here. The first thing we would like to do is to introduce our committee. And we've been working together for about a year, I would say. And we've held a number of different meetings to do education. And I appreciate all of the work that has gone into this and all the learning. I mean, it was sort of like your eyes just opened up. They just kept getting wider and wider and wider as you learn more and more. So Donna's my co-chair. Ruth Nowak, she's back there with the green sweater on. Chris Conklin, I don't see him. Okay, he's watching on Zoom. Deb Brooks, Linda Haminsky, and Linda Taylor. Thank you for your hard work. We really appreciate it. I'm sorry. It's okay. Okay, so the purpose of this meeting is to vote on the welcoming statement that we have written and have published and shared with you. And when we adopt this, then we will be an RIC community.
Which means 4 things. One is that we have this statement and we share it publicly, so it would be published on our website. We would also be a part of the Reconciling in Christ website where someone could go to their website and see which churches in the community are RIC. So if somebody is visiting in the community or new to the community and they're looking specifically for a church that is Reconciling in Christ, they can go to a map and find a church that is that. So that would be the first thing. We would be open to accepting a pastor from the LGBTQ plus community. Doesn't mean every pastor we ever get from now on is going to be from that community. It just means that we consider those candidates equally with other candidates. We would give a small donation to RIC yearly, annually, because they are a nonprofit organization. They do not receive funding from the ELCA. They function under the ELCA, but they function independently with their budget. And so that could just be like a special offering once a year or something like that. There's no amount specified, just that we make a donation once a year. And finally, that we would allow marriages in this congregation between anyone who wants to get married, whether it's a same-sex marriage or trans people that want to get married, we would allow that here, that we would be open to allowing marriages between 2 people, no matter their the sexual orientation or gender identity.
So, has everybody read the statement? Okay, would you like me to read it to you just in case? Okay. As a Reconciling in Christ community, we at Mount Hope affirm the worth and dignity of all persons, regardless of their gender, identity, race, sexual orientation, or any other category society uses to differentiate between people. We embrace those of strong, uncertain, or undiscovered faith. We live in hope that all the people can live safely and fully as themselves as we share God's grace. We invite you to join with us as we joyfully and inclusively love and serve our community in Christ. All are welcome. Sure.
So the requirement to become a Reconciling in Christ church, in your welcome statement, you must mention gender identity and sexual orientation, and you must mention people of all race, because we want to be racially inclusive as well. Anything else is what we choose to add. So this is, we looked at many statements that were from other churches that were very long and drawn out and included all kinds of categories and things like that. But honestly, the most important thing is to say that you are welcoming of those groups, because those are the groups that have traditionally been not so welcome in the ELCA, and in fact sometimes asked to leave from churches, actually escorted to the door sometimes and asked to leave. So that's why we choose to point out these groups. But I love in this statement myself the part of embracing those of strong, uncertain, or undiscovered faith. We don't often think about people who are struggling with their faith. You don't have to be a member of a private club to come to this church. All are welcome.
Can I have a motion? I need a motion.
I move to accept the welcoming statement.
Okay, now we can discuss. Are there questions or things that people need to say? No, I don't.
I've been around here, part of this congregation for many, many years, and what, if you don't mind, uncomfortable. And over the years, we have made some very difficult decisions. We've faced some hard things that we have had to vote on, and sometimes, we all have our own opinions. But some of these hard things are things like whether to call a woman as a pastor. Well, now it's just something that is taken for granted. We have women pastors. We've had women pastors here. Things like even early communion, allowing that children as young as 5th grade are able to take communion. It's something that we accept now in our, almost every congregation in the ELCA probably communes their children young. But at the time when these things were brought up, they were really hard to decide. We all had our opinions, and some of the things that we decided on were very contentious. I really thought about this issue for a very long time, and I feel at this point that in good conscience, there is no way that I can vote against this issue. I feel that I would feel uncomfortable coming here to worship if we have have already talked about this issue, and yet we would not vote for it and say out loud that we feel that everybody is welcome to come. Jesus welcomes everybody to his table. He doesn't care who we are, what we've done. We're all welcome to his table. And I think, personally, I think we can't say no to allowing anyone to come and making them all welcome.
Anyone else? I don't know. That's a hard act to follow. Thank you, Jean. Any other discussion?
I just have one comment regarding the precursor that you gave about allowing same-sex marriages and so forth. I'm a little uncomfortable with allow. Like, who am I, do I allow this lady and this man to get married but not these two women? I don't like the allow. I think that's gotta be changed up somehow to be less
Yeah.
legalistic or rigid.
I agree, and that's not something that is going to be published along with this. It's just something for us to understand. And the reason that we say allow is because, frankly, most churches, probably 90 to 95% of churches in any denomination, do not allow marriages between people, same-sex marriages. If they're RIC, yes, but there are not that many churches that are RIC. Only 10 to 15% of the southeastern Wisconsin churches right now are RIC. And the ELCA is one of the few denominations that even considers allowing this. Even the Pope coming out recently to say, we want to accept LGBTQ plus people. Okay, but look at that further. He will still say, but you're going to hell. You can come, you can sit in our pews, and we won't beat you up. But, yeah, you're going to hell. And so, to say, I mean, honestly, if somebody's looking for a place to get married, they probably are not looking first to a church, to be frank. They are not looking to a church. But if they know, if we can educate people about what RIC really is, and they know that they are welcome to be married here in a church, with a pastor that is from the ELCA or whatever, that it's okay, that's okay. That's not acceptable in so many places.
When we get to that point, perhaps will conduct would be a better choice than would allow. Sure. And I'm thinking it's the same as the difference between tolerate and accept.
I like that too.
Welcome. Yes.
But right now, we're concentrating on the statement.
That's good, though.
I really appreciate those words. Are there any more comments about the statement? Questions, discussion?
If we're going to change the wording, can we vote on this as it's written there?
It's not in the statement.
Okay, yeah. I was trying to read fast, but.
To clarify, there are 4 things we need to do to become RIC. One of the things that is currently in discussion right now is not really liking the word we would accept or allow same-sex marriages. Rather, affirm, welcome, bless. We would bless same-sex marriages in this space because, yeah, allow does have the connotation of we know better, so we get to do that. But that is not what is, so it's good discussion, but that is not what is up for vote. That is just something we will do, and if we do publish something that says our stance, our statement, our welcome on affirming and blessing same-sex marriages within our church space, we can work on that. But that is currently not what is up for vote right now.
I call the question.
Okay, so we're going to vote.
All right.
And we'll pass out the ballots. We're going to do it by paper. We thought that would be much more courteous for everyone, and so that they can talk from their heart. And then we'll vote them. We'll count them in the, not in the counting room. We're going to we're going to do it in the fireside room. And the people that are doing it, we're not on the committee, so that we just want to make sure we're impartial. Yeah, you'll get the ballot. It's coming. And we have pens and pencils if people need them.
If you wish to hang out for just 5 more minutes, we're going to quickly count these votes in the fireside room, and then we'll announce it. If you need to leave, that's okay too.
Does everybody have a ballot? I guess they're leaving.
Okay, then if you and Bonnie
Cool.
That's what? Well, the thing that when we had the annual meeting, people went online to vote.
Now what do they do?
As president, it's your job to do a song and dance number while we're waiting.
It's not part of my forte. I could paint a picture.
Well, there you go.
Next time. Maybe we could have a sing-along, you guys.
We can sing happy birthday to Linda Taylor.
Okay, let's do that.
Hey, it's Linda Taylor's birthday today, so let's take this opportunity to sing happy birthday.
Do you want these or just toss them?
Are you done?
I am, she's still coming.
Okay. I guess you should toss.
Toss?
Not Bonnie Jean. Do you know any jokes? Edward, do you have any jokes?
Do you know any jokes?
Okay, how are you doing? It's pressure.
Did he give you a count or they're combined?
70 to 8? Holy crap. Well, I have the vote. So it is 70 for becoming a reconciled in Christ Church and 8 against. So, what a glorious day. The vote officially passes. Thank you, everybody.
You can say the meeting is adjourned.
Don't we have a movement to close the meeting?
Maybe.
Okay. I think I need a movement to close the meeting. Okay. All in favor? Thank you, everybody. Welcome to an RIC church.